Hello! It is the 16th. I have good news. This is actually like 4 days old news, but I finished the bee sweater on Friday. It just has to be blocked. I'm so excited that I got it done early. You can actually see what parts of the honeycomb have been blocked and then what parts haven't. Because the blocked ones have spread out a little bit and the ones that haven't have all like crinkled up. I completely ran out of white yarn. It's Malabrigo, that's all I have left. So once I'd used that up on the body, I did the cuffs, and I have quite a bit of my yellow yarn left because I ended up using more of it in another project in the summer, and so I bought a second skein of it. It is Knitted Wit DK Pollen. I did buy it because the color pollen is bee related, and I thought that was incredible. It has like very subtly, some parts of it are like a little bit darker. There's terrible lighting because I had to work today and it's already after sunset, so I'm pretty pleased with it. Some of the ladders are kind of making the fabric here bubble, but it's easy to smooth it out, and so you end up with a lot better effect on the color work than when I did stranded color work last year. If you don't know, I made a bee sweater for my father-in-law last Christmas because he's a hobby beekeeper. He's a retired doctor. And so I gave it to him, and then it was at their house, obviously, because that's where he lives, in his closet, and their house burned down at the end of April this year. And so I was like, you know what? I will not be deterred. I'm gonna make it again. So what it is I got the stitch counts off the flax sweater, which is a free pattern, and then I did these stripes, and then I did this honeycomb pattern from a free blanket pattern. So I have patches of that on the shoulders, which I really love the look of that, and then honeycomb for the sleeves, and then just rib to finish it off. And then here I have this chart I adapted from a couple other charts, and it's 3-stranded color work that I did all of these ladders for. And it makes it a lot more organized. Beautiful. So all I have to do now is just, you can see the parts that haven't been blocked. It's like this much of the body hasn't been blocked. So I just need to dunk the ends of this in water and let it dry. I should do that soon, although I can drape most of it over a rod by the heater in my bedroom and then it will dry in like 2 days, I think. I ended up ripping out the swatch in order to get more black for these last couple rows of the ribbing here because I knew I was running out. And it ended up, I actually made the swatch with different acrylic yarns that I have that are basically the same colors, but it matched this black well enough that I just did like a row and a half of the acrylic black in there, and you cannot see it. It's such a dark black that you can't tell. And then after I did a I did like a stretchy bind off. I think Jenny's stretchy bind off. It's the one where you yarn over in between everything. And then that's my leftover black. And this is also Knitted Wit. It's the color Guy Noir. It's a really dark black, so I recommend that. And then actually the white yarn from my swatch from last year I wound up, and there's quite a lot of it. This is by Plymouth, so this is all that I have left over. And I'm really, really, really glad that it's done. I'm doing pretty well on a lot of my other projects. I finished my first sock for my mother-in-law. Her feet are US size 9, so it's quite a bit longer than the socks I've made for some of my other people who are like a size 7 or 8, but it went pretty quickly. This is the same pattern I keep making. This is my third ones, I think, that are this exact same pattern. It's Mousse et Lichen, Moss and Lichen, French and English patterns by a Canadian designer. I'm on the second sock. I decided, it says to do 4 cabled repeats for the leg, and I wanted to make it just a little bit longer, so I've done 5. And on my second sock, I'm on the third one. So I think I might try and turn this heel tonight. Otherwise, I'm going to work on this quite a lot tomorrow. The color is just a Goosey Fibers color. It's Grimoire. I think that's a Harry Potter reference if I remember correctly. Or maybe it just sounds like a word from Harry Potter. I'm making good progress on my cousin's hats. This is Ruby and Rose's fingering weight. It's the rose gold base. So it's the sparkly base. I bet I could actually cast off really soon. It fits pretty well. And then you can just, finally I've got to the point where you can fold up the brim a little bit. And I know I'm dropping stitches right now, but that's alright. So I am, oh no, I'm 75% of the way done with the skein. I keep weighing it. So I think I'll probably knit about like 8 or 10 or 12 more grams and then try it on again and decide if I'm going to use up all of this yarn or if that will be too long and maybe I should just do the decreases and have a little bit of leftovers that I can use for something else. I'm really, really, really loving this yarn. It's the color Deep Affection. I'll film it. You can see there's a bit of sparkle in it. I'll film it when it's light out one of these days. After work today, I had to like go to the library, and then the college student who's been staying at our house, I had to take her back to the airport. I tried to take her yesterday, and I did, and she got through security, and then the flights were canceled for weather, so I had to go get her back. So by the time I got back from that, it's already too dark to film. This is going pretty well. It looks absolutely ridiculous just having this giant tube, but when I try it on, it's perfect. So I'm just going to keep working on it. I think my goal today is to get past the mark of having 20 grams left, and I'm only at like 22 right now. So we're getting very, very close in that regard. What other projects do I have? The one other thing I started today is I did decide to make an ornament for my grandparents, and I'm halfway done with that. This is actually the bottom of it. So there's gonna be a house, and then reindeer, and then, you can't really tell, but that's the bottom of a Christmas tree. And then there's just like a speckled pattern on the bottom of it in both colors. This is my leftover white fingering yarn. I think I'm gonna maybe make a lot more ornaments like this because it's so fun. I've had this yarn for a long time. It's like a heavy fingering weight. I have no idea what it is, but I suspect there's wool in it. It's just like a tannish, goldish color. I don't know if I got it in a bundle from a thrift store or from donations or what, but I have 30 grams of it, so I figure maybe I'll keep making ornaments with it to use it up. And then these are a couple other colors. I pulled some blue left over from my camisole number 5, and then some dark green from my friend's socks. So these I also might use as ornament contrast colors. And then the only two other things I'm planning to make this Christmas are 2 hats. I'm gonna make not a curling one, but like a pretty simple like plaid and then basic colorwork hat similar to this for my brother. And then I'm gonna make a scrap hat out of like fingering scraps held double for my sister-in-law. So I pulled all of those and they're in here. For my other sister-in-law, I'm going to make a gnome. So I've got stuffing to stuff the gnome. And the colors I have picked for that are upstairs. I like how I said I'm not making other Christmas presents, and then I immediately start listing off everything I'm making. And then I'm just doing some simple garter stitch washcloths. This pattern's by Pearl Soho. I can link it, but any diagonal washcloth where you increase on one side and then decrease would work. This is 100% cotton. So I made this one, and I have enough grams to make 2 more. If they're a little bit larger than this, I could use the yarn up. So this yarn did have like an error in it where there was a knot and some of it was tied together, so that was pretty annoying, but it's a washcloth, so if it looks bad, it doesn't really matter. So I made this yesterday in about 90 minutes, so I'm gonna make 2 more of those. So yeah, half an ornament, 2 washcloths, part of a second sock, the rest of this hat by Saturday, which is almost done, and then 2 more hats that are a heavier gauge. I got 9 days, and I think I'm doing great. I think that everything is going according to plan. I'm not worried. I was planning on making this like scarf for my mom, but I was on the phone with her yesterday and she told me some like home workout stuff she wanted because she works from home now. And so I'm gonna figure out with my brother if he's getting her all of that, or if he's not, maybe I'll like make the scarf later in the winter and just give it to her either for no reason or for her birthday. And I'm way behind on this, so I think we're gonna open some more of these colors. This is the first one I would consider like pink. It's very rosy. There's some orange on it. This is pretty. This was day number 13. It's called Waiting at the Window. It's like a dusty rose kind of color with some orange in it. I think we'll just go through 15 today to catch up. This one's also pretty pink. All right. Okay. Twice times. This is very pink. It's quite a bit pinker than I would prefer, to be honest. That's fine. Watch the rest of this advent be pink. Yep, more pink. Okay, well I don't know. At least it's in the middle of it. Cherry stones. All right. I don't mean to sound disappointed. I love this first one. But I guess it's a good thing I opened all of these in one day, actually, because if I had to spend like 4 days just opening pink, the rest of these colors are much more my vibe. I love them. I love this orange. I love this green. I love this denim blue. I love this purpley one. I'm obsessed with all of these. So the pinks are so far my least favorite. I think I might make a raglan sweater with these. I just have to pick like a base color. And then the pink would be like in the middle of it. So it wouldn't be up near my face and it wouldn't really be a big feature. So I think it's fine. I could also pull them and use them to make socks and then give the socks away and replace them with some of the other green or blue colors I have in my leftovers. Although I'm planning to make those into a hat. So I guess I need to figure that out. Beautiful. Okay. Well, I hope you are caught up on Christmas things, and I'll see you very soon. Bye. All the stuff I filmed after this was from going to musical rehearsal near my hometown. It's a bunch of retired people. They're doing this show where all the songs are just little snippets of different experiences of their lives, you know, in retirement and getting older and old age and stuff. And most of it's pretty humorous. It's not funny to me because I'm just way too young for it, but yeah, it's just supposed to be like a funny little show with lots of different scenes. So there was a lot of breaks in between rehearsing different songs and while they were doing blocking. So I was able to bring my hat and get a lot done while I was waiting around. So the venue was also really cool. It's this old like opera house. it's called an opera house. I don't know if they used to have dances, and they have like movies there sometimes and things. So I just filmed a little bit of that. So please enjoy. This place is so cute.
First time they showed us down here, they still had all these kind of seats.
Oh, really? When did they get rid of those?
Oh, sometime in the last 20 years.
One goes over there, one goes over there. Oh, not another review. How was it leave that? And then you go back. So Annie, you're gonna stay here, but the other two will give you a chance to use your mics on the options here. So, if you want to today to sing in these or give out some or have you, but I will give you directions exactly of how you are to come out and what groups and what side you will be on. Oh, and somebody, what stage is which? Is that right or left?
Right.
From my perspective.
Yeah, it's right.
Okay, so I was thinking if it's stage right for the audience or stage right for me.
It's stage right for the people who are on stage.
So stage right
Yep.
is, in this order,
It's house left.
where's Tamara? Tamara, you would be first, then behind you would be Greg, then there would be Pam Lisney.
Oh, for the show. That's what you guys are wearing? Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that.
And white gloves.
Do I need to show him that dress I showed you? It hasn't come yet. What? It was okay?